Most Americans are feeling some impact by inflation and the government's efforts to cool the economy, but new data reveals just how many people say inflation has caused them financial hardship. A new Gallup poll finds 61%, or 3 out of 5 Americans, are suffering financial strain as a result of rising prices. Now, that's a 6 percentage point increase in just the last 6 months. Nearly half of those polled described the hardship as moderate, but 15% say the price increases have severely affected their ability to maintain their standard of living. Let's bring in Dana Peterson. She is the chief economist for the business research organization, the Conference Board. All right, welcome to you. This is not exactly positive news here. Why are more people experiencing financial strain now, just as the inflation rate reaches its lowest point in 2 years? I mean, is it tied to employment and the fact that wages haven't necessarily kept up with rising prices?
Well, even though the typical gauges of inflation have been slowing, they're still really elevated. And on a daily basis, people are seeing prices for everything from groceries to restaurants to even childcare rising very aggressively. And it's hitting everyone. And inflation is a problem that certainly the Federal Reserve is trying to solve by raising interest rates, but it takes time for those prices to come off.
So what demographic then has actually been hit the hardest by inflation?
Well, inflation affects everyone, but certainly people at the lower end of the income spectrum. When we look at the details of inflation and what's really rising the fastest, it's food. Last year was definitely gasoline, but certainly this year it mainly is food, but also housing in the form of rent. So when people go to look for a new home, it just costs so much, and that's really affecting the people on the lowest end of the income spectrum. And also when you look at other things like clothing, travel, all those things are rising, especially for transportation. And so when you think about the Americans that are affected the most, it definitely is those who don't have as much money and probably haven't seen as large of a gain in wages.
Well, how do Americans say that inflation compares to other financial problems they may be facing right now?
Well, inflation is number one in that poll, and it's actually not surprising. And number two is actually housing costs. But certainly when we think about why inflation's rising, a lot of it is due to housing costs.
Mhm.
Indeed, when rents rise, they reflect what happened in the housing market 18 months ago. We know 18 months ago, the housing market was red hot. And
Mhm.
so that's impacting consumers right now.
Yeah, I mean, everything is so interconnected, and I wonder what all of this means for the future. I mean, what do the next 6 months look like? Is there any relief in sight, Dana?
There will be some relief, especially with respect to rents. When we look at the housing market more broadly, have come off, and in some places are actually declining. And that's going to finally show up in these inflation indicators and in rents. And when we look at new rents, they are lower than what they used to be.
Hmm.
Certainly, with the Fed raising rates and some threat that the labor market's probably going to worsen, people are going to pull back and they're going to economize on services. And when people spend less, that means companies discount. And so we should start seeing those discounts coming through over the course of this year.
Well, relief cannot come soon enough for some people. Dana Peterson. Dana, thanks so much for sharing your expertise with us.
Thank you.